This is probably the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. Got my coffee. It's gonna be a good start to the day. But today I want to talk about the best saxophone ever made and the best one you can get your hands on. Now, I'm not talking about the overpriced and overhyped Selmer Mark VI, which, in my opinion, is a waste of your money. This is definitely a saxophone you can pick up today or at worst in a week or two's time and get your hands on it yourself. Now, eagle-eyed viewers of the channel and followers of my Instagram and just people I've known for a while may have realised that for the last few videos I haven't been using my normal saxophone. And this is because my main horn is currently being repaired by Dan Faulkner, this absolutely incredible saxophone technician that lives up in Hertford, so not too far from London. And recently, because of that, I've been playing my spare horn, this beautiful Borgani handmade Italian saxophone. And I love this horn, it's absolutely great, but it is not the best saxophone ever. For me, it lacks the special sauce, as it were, of my main instrument, the one that Dan's currently repairing. But today, he just rang me up saying it is all fixed, leak-free, ready to go. So I'm very quickly gonna head up to Hertford to pick it up. Now, he did say that his young child is a little bit ill at the moment, so unfortunately I won't be able to test out the instrument there, but at least I can get it back here and give it a good play test. So it's quite a trek to get to this sax technician, but as any musician will know,
we are now approaching St Margaret's.
As any musician will know, having a technician that you really trust to look after your instrument is super important. When I first moved to London, I tried a whole bunch, and I was really struggling to find someone I trusted. There's always something I didn't quite like about the work. Then I found Dan Faulkner, who was recommended to me by a couple of friends. Every time I get an instrument sent to him, it's absolutely incredible. And fine, I've got to get a train a little bit out of London to get to him, but it's so worth it. But we were talking about the best saxophone in the world, and for me, the one I'm about to pick up is 100% the best saxophone in the world. The tone, the feel of it, everything matches what I want from the instrument and responds really well to how I play. Back on the train, I'm picking up the sax from Dan, and oh my god, he's done so much really cool stuff to it. He's adjusted key heights, he's sorted out some intonation problems, and a few little bits that I'd sent it to other technicians before, and they had no idea what was going on and what was wrong with it. I sent it to Dan, and instantly he was like, okay, key heights he's changing, this he's adjusting, and this rod here he's slightly tweaking. And this was the first time he's properly sat down with the instrument. Previously it's been like quick fixes here and there for this sax, and if it's half as good as he suggested it would be, this really will live up to the title of the best horn in the world. Oh, okay, back from Dan's place. Now I can give the horn a proper test drive, as it were. And I've been teasing you all day with what this horn could be, and the fact that it is, in my opinion, the best saxophone in the world. And this, similar to the one I showed you earlier, is actually another Borgani. So again, it is a handmade Italian horn. I absolutely love it. But unlike the other one, which was a Jubilee model, this is the Joe Lovano edition. And Joe Lovano, obviously incredible sax player. He worked alongside them to get it to meet his specifications and everything he wanted out of an instrument in terms of feel under the fingers, sound, and all that sort of thing. Now, I haven't actually tested this since Dan fixed it up for me, so I've got pretty high hopes from everything he said. As I was saying on the train back, he's done so much work on it that other people didn't really even realise needed doing. And hopefully, when you hear it, you will agree with me that this is the best instrument in the world. Oh man, it's good. Oh, this is probably the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. Man, that is fun to play. Now, this was just using the Rode video mic, that I normally use for all my talking audio. Haven't set up the studio to practice, but I will do that later on and will give you some proper clips of it. And I'll give you the completely unedited audio of that. There won't be any EQ or anything, so you can really hear how this horn, at least when I'm playing it, how it sounds. And I mentioned earlier the special sauce that this instrument has that my other Burgundy doesn't. And really, that special sauce is, I'm used to it, I know the sound. I've spent 7 years playing this tenor as my main instrument. I know exactly what it's going to do in any given moment. I know how to execute whatever I need to execute. Whether that is really fast runs. Well, I know the palm keys on it are slightly further in than on a lot of horns, so I know how to position my hand for that. I know which overtones are easier to get than others because I've spent loads of time on it. So is this going to be the best instrument for you? Maybe. But more likely, the best one for you is going to be the one you've already got. The best saxophone in the world is the one you currently have. You can get it out, you're used to it, you can play it. You can play it right now if you want to. You don't need to spend thousands and thousands of pounds on, this Selmer Mark VI from 1957 that was played by all these killer musicians. If you keep chasing after gear, you'll spend more time researching who played what saxophone than actually practicing and playing the saxophone. If you want to make good music and want to improve as a musician, the best instrument in the world is the one that you've already got. And if you don't have an instrument yet and you're looking at this video to try and work out which one you should buy, work out what your budget is and go from there. There are almost no wrong answers as long as it's a saxophone that plays relatively in tune and there's no leaks in it or anything like that. You're going to be able to make amazing music because you have the instrument. So put the hours in, get shedding, and you will sound great. Now I hope this doesn't feel too much like a cop-out that I've been teasing you and giving you rubbish information right at the end. But I firmly believe the best instrument is the one you've already got. And to further prove that point, remember Charlie Parker, perhaps the most influential saxophonist ever. He would play whatever instrument was to hand, and he'd often pawn his saxophone to get money for suspect substances, shall we say. And gig on plastic saxophones or ones that were almost broken he just found in the nearby pawn shop. And if he can sound amazing and change music forever with one of those instruments, what's to stop you making amazing music on whichever instrument you already have? So I hope that helps you out on your musical journey. But now, because this instrument plays so well, I'm going to take my own advice and get back to practice.